Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today, guys, we're going to be looking at the PC trailer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So this game obviously is going to be releasing on multiple platforms, cross-platform, stuff like that as well, but I'm going to be going over what the actual specs will be for this after we look at this little video here. But first, we're going to react to it. We're just going to do a clean cut. I'm not going to, I might pause here and there to look at some different things, but we're going to go through this real quick. And then we're going to look at the actual PC specs. We'll see what we will need to crank it as high as we can, and the also minimum specs that we will need to play this game as well. But let's go ahead and go right into the trailer here.
Terrorist attack. Multiple Marines KIA. Gas stolen. We need to move fast.
I can get you in after that. You're on your own. Post-nation weapons only.
Leave it to me.
You'll find this a target-rich environment.
Okay, so 4K graphics, uncapped frame rate, so just as fast as you can, your monitor or your PC can let it go, which is pretty nice. This game already looks really good right off the bat, so let's keep going here.
Think we fight this war with sticks and stones?
We're in for a hell of a fight.
So what are they?
And again, the crossplay feature as well.
What you're doing is illegal.
I'm pretty sure everything we do is illegal.
And right here, they're showing off some of the multiplayer maps and some of the campaign stuff. So they're showing off both, I guess, the more graphically, demanding stuff. They haven't shown any Spec Ops gameplay for this game at all yet. So we're just getting, like I said, the 4v4, the 2v2s, whatever. We're getting the versus mode stuff for multiplayer and just the standard multiplayer stuff. So they like to point out these 64 player ground war. It's 32v32, which is pretty demanding, which the consoles we've seen can support it, so can the PC as well. So you might need, a decently stronger PC to be able to play something like that with so many players. Again, those games really are, ran on their servers, but we'll go over the PC specs here in a minute so we can understand more what's going on there. But graphics-wise, this game does look really good so far already. It says it supports ultra-wide monitor and multi-monitor setups, which is really good. I hate when games just don't even have hardly any support for that at all. But so if you're a multi-monitor guy, you got an ultra-wide, it's supported, which is really nice.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Yeah.
Purchase Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Bravo 6 going dark. So I have a little thing here showing off the specs and the requirements that we'll need for this game. Let's get her a little closer here. So we have the minimum requirements on the left and the recommended ones on the right, which a little bit closer there. All right, cool. So minimum requirements and then the official requirements listed there. So let's go over the minimum first, and then we'll go over to the recommended ones. So right here we have all of the minimum requirements. So obviously you need Windows, blah blah blah. We know all that. Intel Core i5 2500K or AMD equivalent, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 670 2GB to GTX 1650 4GB or AMD Radeon HD 7950. So not super strong. Processors right off the bat. GPUs not too strong either. Seems like you can have anything from the past, definitely anything from the past couple of years, and you're definitely able to run this game on the minimum requirements. 8GB of RAM, that's pretty standard for any PC built nowadays. HDD, 175GB of hard space, and that is for both requirements. So this is a big game. Pretty big game. Obviously network, broadband internet connection, blah blah blah. We all know that stuff. Sound cards, boy, get out of here. Nobody has a sound card anymore. So let's go over to the recommended requirements. This is what they recommend you play on just for the, you know, like best experience, not necessarily cranking it to 100, but for the decently best experience. I'd say this stuff usually is like 75 to 80% of its full potential. Generally, whenever we see something like recommended, so requires a DirectX 12 compatible system, blah blah blah. We know all that stuff. Windows 10. So CPU, we have a Core i7 4770K or AMD equivalent. We got that part already. So instead of an i5, we're going over to i7, which is recommends. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970 4GB, which is what I have. GTX 1666GB AMD Radeon R9 390 or AMD RX 580, which again is parts which you know we could expect any PC for the past couple of years to have. So not a big deal here at all. 12GB of RAM, which is pretty nice. Again, I'd say 8 is probably standard by now, at least 12, not much higher. It's just another you know 4GB boost. I currently have 16, so I'll be able to run the game just fine. Again, HDD 175GB of hard space. If you do have a solid state drive, obviously you'll be able to load the game much faster. It is a pretty big game, so an SSD might not be such a bad choice to go for just based on how big the game is itself. Obviously console, I believe it was much smaller than that because PC tends to, again, just automatically look better and have the frame rates as well. So it's a lot bigger on PC than it is on the console, at least from this source. Hopefully this source is, you know, correct, but you know, hopefully. Again, this is HD space, so the textures and everything else are going to look so much better than it would be on console. But again, everybody kind of knows that when it comes to, you know, going against console versus PC. PC always tends to be a bit stronger and need a little bit more. From what I saw, I think it was, I can't remember, like 50 or 80 on console for the gigabyte hard space. I'm not 100% sure about that, but you know, don't quote me on it. Hopefully we'll be able to know that pretty soon, because pre-downloads for the game are going to start happening, if not already. Sorry, this the video was made just a little bit, I think, before they're quite doing that, so my bad if they have not started doing that stuff yet. I'm not able to give that information until they eventually start doing that pre-downloads, but we at least know the stuff for PC. Check down below and right here whether or not you will be able to run this game or not. If not, ask comments down below. My last video on the Borderlands 1, when I talked about its specs, a lot of you guys were really helpful in the comment section. I had a lot of people asking questions and I had a lot of people answering them. So people were kind of memeing, which I thought was really funny. But, either way, I thought it was really cool. But thank you so much for the help, guys. If you were one of those people down below helping some of the other people out, because there were a couple questions I didn't know. I'm not no text expert, or tech expert, I meant to say. But yeah, I generally get the gist of some of the stuff, and I like showing you guys the information and knowing where to find it. Again, this one here at Game Debate was, I think, pretty solid. I'm not 100% sure on the hard drive space, but it does say that's how big it is. But that is it's like almost double what I think the people on console are getting, which, that might be how it is. But again, I'm not 100%. But like I was saying, thank you all for helping with that. I think for the gist of this video, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. It's not a very long one like most of my other videos are, but I'm trying to get as much Modern Warfare news as possible before it comes out. Again, we got like 5 days. I'm recording this on the 20th. We got 5 days till this game comes out. We are not super far. My Twitch is going to be linked down below, which is where I'm going to be streaming it a lot. Again, I'm still going to be covering the news for right here. Pre-order bonuses, whatever else. I'll be covering all the news here on the channel. So subscribe if you haven't. I'm really close to that 750 subscriber mark, which is, super close, and I cannot wait to get there. I've been enjoying making Call of Duty videos and all the Borderlands videos, so overall, I'm having a really fun time doing this, but I'm rambling on here. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching.